You spent over 25 years growing companies in the natural resource sector. Please can you talk us through some of your career highlights to date?
I think the three big highlights for me in my career to date was, the first was as I started my career, I joined what was a very small copper company called Antofagasta. And we built, in my watch, two mines, but one of them was a complete game changer for the company, which was the Las Palumbres mine. So the market capitalization went from under 150 million sterling to 20 billion. And that mine was key pivot for the company in terms of turning into that sort of value creation, which was huge. The second one was the first big AIM success in the resource sector. I was CFO of the company, which is called Branco. And Branco had a gold project in Argentina, and the company was acquired for 368 million. So I think it was a very big achievement for AIM and a big achievement for me personally. And last but by no means least was working with Euromin, which was a company that I actually came in as part of an investor group, and we invested in a value of 20 million. I became the finance director, listed in London, listed in Toronto, and raised a lot of money, but we sold it in a little over 2 years from the startup for $2.5 billion. And I think that's very significant in terms of what can be done in this sector with the right assets at the right time.
What is a professional achievement that you're particularly proud of, and what did you take away from that experience?
There's several things that would be on that list, but I'm going to come back to Euromin because it was a perfectly executed operation, and certainly something that feeds into what I'm doing today with Pulsar in terms of identification of those right assets, bringing all the pieces together, bringing the right people together in a relatively short period of time to be able to achieve a stunning exit, frankly, for all the investors, and uplifted, as I say, from the investor group that I came in, investing at a 20 million valuation for a company that ended up being sold for 2.5 billion in a little over 2 years. It's a little bit hard to beat.
As a co-founder of Pulsar, what do you see as the company's key differentiators?
Pulsar obviously is a project that's very dear to me. It's something I've been involved with along with CEO Tom since the very outset. It's been a great project with great progress, and we're coming to probably the most important part of it. But ultimately what this is about is the right asset in the right place at the right time. So helium is a critical resource that is ever more important. Being able to secure supply is very important to end users. So we have end users in the United States, proximate to where the project is. Secondly, in terms of being the right asset, it is free of hydrocarbons. So it's a pure industrial gas asset. And the two benefits for that, obviously, there's a lot of concern about carbon and carbon emissions in the world today. But probably more importantly, is actually it makes it for a relatively small scale project, which means that you can actually bring it to production relatively quickly and inexpensively. The final characteristic to the project, I think, which is key, is it's flowing very high levels of helium. So this is an incredibly valuable stream. So this would be equivalent to having a very, very high grade gold deposit. We talk about industrial gas, but it's almost a precious gas. And the way we talk about precious metals, it's a precious gas. And it's so precious, as I say, it's an asset that's in the right place at the right time. I'm expecting great things for the project.